What the? These two ingredients may look similar at first glance, but the one you choose could make or break your scrambled egg recipe. Everyone has their own way of preparing scrambled eggs. If you want to elevate the texture of this classic breakfast dish, you might be tempted to reach for milk to add to your recipe. For some, it's considered a cooking sin due to the watery, rubber-like consistency milk tends to contribute. Instead, consider adding cream to your scrambled eggs.
Eggs, 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 eggs.
For such a simple dish, there are a number of factors that can yield undesirable results. Even if you've mastered your stirring technique, perfected your heat regulation, and acquired the freshest eggs you could find, one wrong step could make all the difference. Milk can dilute the flavor of scrambled eggs, but adding creme fraiche or heavy whipping cream can bring out the depth of flavor you're trying to achieve. Additionally, milk is known for turning scrambled eggs into chewy chunks, while cream does a better job of holding everything together nicely. When cream is added to the pan, moisture holds better and gives eggs that sought-after, perfectly fluffy texture, along with a richer taste. One TikTok user demonstrated this cooking method, and comments were a mix of skeptics, unshakable fans of Gordon Ramsay's scrambled egg recipe, and others offering their own tips. Some users suggested that bacon grease, oyster sauce, or plain old water were their go-to add-ins. When it comes to scrambled eggs, time is of the essence. Not only does adding cream give them a more luscious texture than milk, but it can also help prevent them from overcooking. You can cook them slowly on low heat if you're willing to stand there and stir frequently until you've got the perfect, fluffy final product. But you still might find that the dish is overcooked by the time you get them to your plate and start eating, no matter how you like your eggs cooked. Luckily, the French have a secret to save your scrambled eggs. You can add a cold dollop of cream or mix in a little touch of luxury with some creme fraiche. Introducing the cream to your scrambled eggs at the very end will quickly lower the temperature and halt the cooking process. Once you've reached a texture you're happy with and remove the eggs from the stovetop, they still have some heat locked inside their pillowy layers. Carryover cooking is what's occurring to your eggs at this point. They're still being cooked all the way to your breakfast plate. Adding cream at the end of the cooking process fixes this issue. It's a well-established French technique that is described by culinary writer and chef Auguste Escoffier, who wrote Le Guide Culinaire in the early 1900s. The century-old approach is described as an unalterable method in which the cold, creamy element should be added once the eggs take on a slightly thickened, custard-like consistency. This can be done with sour cream, heavy cream, and even yogurt. If you're not a fan of strategically adding a boost of flavor with the best spices and herbs for scrambled eggs and prefer a hint of sweetness, heavy cream is a good way to go. Food author and chef J. Kenji Lopez-Alt takes the whole process further by experimenting with frying the scrambled egg mixture in cream. This requires just the right amount of cream, cooked only for a brief time, to avoid tough, lumpy eggs. He starts by caramelizing a small dab of butter, and then he adds the cold cream to cool it down. Then he drizzles the mixed eggs in ribbons into the cream, finishing with the familiar dash of cold dairy. As he explained in a New York Times article, "I ended up with creamy, non-greasy ribbons of eggs with the nutty flavor of browned butter." The caramelized butter and the cream bring out a rich sweetness that turns scrambled eggs into a real treat that would make any breakfast lover raise their eyebrows in pleasant surprise. Though the recipe starts with heavy cream, don't forget the unalterable step of adding more cream at the end to avoid overcooking.